Hello and welcome back to the Bygone Times. I hope you're doing well. This week we have a little bit of a different type of Bygone Times remembrance. This is an Elvis Presley album from 1977. It's a compilation album called Welcome to My World. I've got my finger here because someone has stamped their name on it, so try to protect the long gone innocent, but we can look at the king here first. It's a painting by, I think it says, I don't know, Janus something as the artist. And we've got a product number there. So looks like a happy Elvis from the 70s. The interesting thing, or one of the interesting things about this album is that it was released by RCA on March 17th of 1977, so St. Patrick's Day, which was just about 5 months before Elvis died. So this was, like the last big album that came out during his life. We'll turn it over here and kind of look at some of the tracks and things. So have the same sort of brown and tan motif with the picture from the front cover again. And we can kind of move through the tracks here a little bit. This guy had all previously released tracks except for, let's see, which one, I Can't Stop Loving You, which was previously unreleased, but it had been recorded live at an afternoon session at Madison Square Garden in 1972, so about 5 years prior to the release of the album and his death. So we'll just run through these real quick and just kind of give you an idea of when they were recorded and maybe a couple things about them. So we got on side A, Welcome to My World, which was a live version, which also featured J.D. Sumner and the Stamps. It was 1 minute and 57 seconds. Help Me Make It Through the Night with the Imperials Quartet. This one was written by Chris Christopherson and recorded in 1971. Release Me and Let Me Love Again, which was another live one, recorded in February of 1970. Let's see, I Really Don't Want to Know was recorded in June, over a couple of days in June of 1970. And then we got For the Good Times, another one written by Chris Christopherson, recorded in June of 72. And then on side B, we've got Make the World Go Away, which was recorded over a couple of days in 1970, the same time as I Really Don't Want to Know was recorded. Then we got Gentle on My Mind. Of course, Elvis wasn't the only one to do that one. Willie Nelson and amongst others who did that as well. So the Elvis one was recorded in January of '69. Then we've got I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry, which was written by Hank Williams. That is a January 1973 recording. And let's see, here's Your Cheating Heart, written by Hank Williams and featuring the Jordanaires in this recording. And that one was the earliest one on the album, recorded way back in February, on February 1st of 1958. So really kind of at the beginning of Elvis's career. And then finally we have this I Can't Stop Loving You, which was unreleased before this album, and was recorded in June of 72 at Madison Square Garden. That, I think, in 97, RCA issued that complete concert as An Afternoon in the Garden, which featured this recording as well. But that was, 20 years after the death and after this Welcome to My World was released. We'll take a quick look at the inside of the album. So the actual LP jacket has pictures of Elvis's previous albums, or at least some of them. A lot of these are, at least here, are the movie albums that you can see. Cousins, Girl Happy, there's just Elvis, there's Loving You. If we turn over to be the B-side, here we have, so you can kind of see this runs through youngish looking Elvis, up to kind of his movie periods, the gold records, and then we get a little bit more of the Vegas-y Elvis. These don't have dates on them, but you can see him on stage in his sequins and things there in Vegas as he moves through the 70s and so forth. Take a look at the actual LP. So there it is with it's very shiny. Side A, the listings we looked at with the typical nipper listening to his master's voice on the recorder there, RCA Victor. And then in side B, we got those same graphics. Classic looking RCA. Very reminiscent of the times. This album went gold in September of 1977. I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing a lot of those sales came between August 16th when Elvis died and the end of September. And then it went platinum in 1983. If you were to buy this on the open market today, this particular album cover is kind of rough shape, so it'd probably be, just a few dollars or something. You might pay $20 or more for like a pristine copy, and probably more if it were still in the original wrapping and really just shiny and fancy and new. But there we have Elvis Presley, Welcome to My World, a final compilation album while he was still alive, from March of 1977. Thank you.